Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia and we are talking about wafer paper. Again, yes, you know, here on this channel I'm creating new tutorials about working with wafer paper and creating high-end designs, and I hope it helps you. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this wafer paper branch inspired by Italian Ruscus, the dried version of that, and I will show you how to color, shape and assemble your wafer paper so you can make this filler branches, I would say in no time, because I think it's relatively quick. We are going to use a Dresden tool, just your regular Dresden tool, to shape your leaves. I believe these are leaves. So if you would like to learn how to make this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's begin. So let's start with tools and materials you need to make this Italian Ruscus branch. To make that, I'm going to use wafer paper. Mine is by Saracino at 0.27 millimeters, but any wafer paper would work for this application. If you can get even thinner ones, the 0.22 millimeter, it will work even better. But that's what I have on hand. I'm going to use my AC tonic. This is a non-alcoholic wafer paper conditioner, and you can get the recipe in the description down below for my wafer paper tonic recipe. I'm going to use this Dusty Rose gel paste to color my wafer paper conditioner, a pair of scissors, Dresden tool, you will need a flat synthetic brush. I'm going to use 24 gauge paper covered wire, but 22 up to 26 would work for this. Floral pot as usual to shape my wafer paper, and my magic glue or wafer paper glue, which is just wafer paper melted in water and I let it sit overnight. So that's what I will use to assemble my wafer paper. If you want your branches to be this sparkly and shiny, I will show you how to do that. But to make this technique you will need a little bit of piping gel and this CK edible glitter flakes, or any edible glitter flakes that you have on hand on that you like to use. And I think that's it. Let's begin. So first what we need to do is we need to prepare our stem, because it will take some time to dry. And I'm going to cut a few strips of wafer paper. Take my 24 gauge wire. You can use a full length, or I'm going to use half of my floral wire. It's enough for me to make a relatively long branch. And I'm going to mix my conditioner and make my color for the Italian Ruscus. So I'm going to take my wafer paper conditioner, AC tonic, and just a little bit of this Dusty Rose gel. So this color is a little bit too bright to my liking, so I'm going to add more conditioner to dilute it. If you want your petals to be white, you just need to use the conditioner without any gel colors. And I'm going to apply just a small amount to my wafer paper. One side is enough. Take my wire and start applying wafer paper to my wire, same as you would do with your floral tape. So now I have my stem, and I will continue applying wafer paper, because wafer paper doesn't want to stick to floral tape or wire, but it definitely likes to stick to itself. So like this. If you want your stem to be more cohesive or like smoother, you can roll it out on your working surface. And I will shape it a little bit to create some movement. So this is going to be the base for my branch. I will set it aside to dry, and I will start with my leaves. So there are an easier way to make your wafer paper leaves if you're working with a smaller size like we are doing today. And for that you will need a little bit of cornstarch to make sure that your wafer paper isn't melting, your wafer paper conditioner, and a relatively large brush. So what you need to do is you need to paint your wafer paper. Apply just a little bit of cornstarch to prevent it from melting. Turn it upside down and then paint the other side. Again, apply cornstarch to prevent wafer paper from melting. If you're working with lighter color like we do today, you can be relatively generous with your cornstarch. It won't be visible or won't bother you as much. But if you're working with darker colors like green or browns for your leaves, if you want to make it the realistic looking Italian Ruscus, then you need to be careful with the amount of cornstarch you apply to your wafer paper. Then what you need to do is cut your wafer paper while it's still soft, because we need to shape it. So you can see I didn't color whole piece, just a little bit to get me started. I'm checking that my wafer paper is not sticky, and I'm going to cut leaves in different sizes, placing them one by one on my floral pot, and do the same with other strips of wafer paper. Just make sure it is not sticky, or it will stick to each other and nothing you can do about that. Now I have enough leaves on my flower pot to make my branch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dresden tool and just gently press to form a leaf. And I'm using the sharp side because I think it gives the beautiful movement to the leaves. And I'm going to attach my leaves to my branch. To do that, I'm going to use my wafer paper glue. Start with the smaller leaves and the larger will go on the bottom. But it doesn't matter because it's a relatively realistic looking dry flower. So what you need to do is apply just a touch of wafer paper glue, press it to your branch and wait for a few seconds. So you can see it's already stuck. And I will do the same to the rest of my leaves. If your leaves are soft and do not want to hold its shape, I would recommend you to dry it upside down or even assemble upside down, and then you can work in layers and assemble your branch. So while your petals are still soft and your wafer paper glue isn't dry, you can assemble and you can move it around and make your branch look the way you want it to. So I will put it aside to dry and I will show you how to add those sparkly bits to your leaves. To make a sparkly branch, I hope you can see on the camera that I have this edible glitter. You will need to use a little bit of piping gel. And I'm using CK edible glitter flakes, but I know that other brands also make this edible glitter flake type decor that you can use for your flower arrangement. So I have it in a bowl, and what you need to do, you need to take your leaf, gently apply a little bit of piping gel, and I'm just going on the perimeter. I don't want my whole leaf to be covered in these glitter flakes. And then put it in your bowl with your glitter flakes and they will stick to your piping gel. And now I have my leaf with a little bit of sparkly shiny thing attached to the edge of the wafer paper. And again, you can do this with your piping gel. Just gently press it down. You can use a brush, whatever is comfortable for you. For me, it's the easiest way is just to dip it. And dip it in a bowl with your edible flakes. And to attach these leaves to your wafer paper branch, you will do the same. So you will need just a little bit of wafer paper glue on the bottom and press for a few seconds and hold. So you can see it works with pink, but my favorite way of using this edible glitter flakes is with white wafer paper, and I hope you can tell the difference how sparkly and beautiful is this. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's demonstration. We learned how to make this Italian Ruscus branch and also how to make this in a white color with this sparkly edible glitter. I hope you like this tutorial and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next week. My name is Anna Stashkina. Bye bye.